2:30, baby. Won't you meet me by the beam? Too early, maybe later. You can show me things. You know what it is whenever I visit. When the city, she blowing me kisses. No, 30. Truck to the plane to the truck to the hotel lobby. Me, I go to underground garage. Presidential suite on deposit. Elevator up to the room. Shower up and then we hit the club. Touchdown, gotta see what's up. Area code in my phone. What number do I still have? Who do I know from the past? Hit one, she said she got a man. Hit another one that goes green. Okay. Must have changed phones on the team. Remember when you let me in between? That was 2017.
Welcome back to the show. Thumbs up. You guys know the rules. Hit the subscribe button on your way into the room and we're going to get going. Boy, do we have a show for you this evening. Hit the like button. You guys know the rules. You will never get a notification because YouTube is mad at me for reasons I don't know. I don't know what I did to YouTube. I think I'm really good at my job. Welcome, guys. Welcome to the show. DJ Matrix was first. We're here. Sorry about the wait. I had to wait on archetypes because I don't just come back when there isn't a good show to present to the people. And that sucks when a show is sponsored. But now we got a fire show. Theme of tonight's show is certainly Arrested Development. No doubt. Goddamn. Y'all know the rules. Everything over 20 qualifies as a show sponsor. If we reach that goal of $100, we come back here and we react to Kendra G again. Call-in show opens up after the new year. We open the call line. How you all doing today? But I do know one thing. Women, they come, they go. Saturday through Sunday, Monday, Sunday. Maybe I'll love you one day. Maybe we'll shout out to Aaron Cummings. He was our last show sponsor. Fill the room. A couple more minutes, we're gonna get started. Welcome back to the show. How you guys doing? Much love. Let's get into it. We're back. McKinney, Texas in the building. Chicago, a few other locations. Vegas. How y'all doing? Drop those locations as you come into the room. Only CASHAPP stop the show. We have a few different archetypes to cover this evening. It's gonna get interesting. But the theme of today's show is definitely gonna be that older black women over the age of 40 years old. Most of you, not all of you, you're just simply letting the women down. You're letting black women down with what you don't understand, with how you're not maturing and how you're not growing, and how you're basically at the same maturity level as a lot of the younger women in the dating market. I can only imagine how alone the younger women in the dating market under the age of 29 feel when they look at the women who are older than them and they see women who are just as deluded, just as childish, just as jaded. There are really some despicable things you see in the black community when it comes to like our older women. I can see why the women are so jacked up and why the women are in such bad shape and black women marry at a 1 in 4 rate. I'm looking at the women who raised them. Personally, it all becomes so clear when I just look at the women who raised them. And we're going to react to 2 other archetypes that put that into perspective in a very clear way after we get done disqualifying this demeanor and some other things. All right, CASHAPP is the only thing to stop the show. You guys know the rules. Let's go ahead and get into it.
Hello? Hi. Hi, you want to be a guest? You ready, boo? Yeah, I'm ready.
Let's do it.
I just didn't expect
Tulsa,
it.
Oklahoma in the
How you
building. What's
not? You
going
you
on?
literally called me.
Champaign,
I know, but
Illinois,
you just said you had like
Duluth,
so many people
Minnesota.
in there,
What's
so it
going
was
on? How you
just
doing?
surprising to see you click mine and to see my face pop up
Okay,
that
that's
fast.
fair. That's fair. Okay, what's your name,
What's
baby
up,
girl?
RMB 83?
It's Monique,
That's my middle name, Monique. Where you calling me from?
North Carolina.
North Carolina, throw your hands up. North Carolina, throw your hands up. Take your shirt off and do the hokey. Shake your shirt off.
That is
Okay.
not how the song go.
Uh, that's not how it go. How it go?
Throw your hands up, take your shirt off, twist it around your head, spin it like a helicopter.
You are really dumb.
That's what I
For
said.
real.
North Carolina, throw your hands up, take your shirt off, and do the hokey pokey.
No.
What's
Monique,
happening right
No.
now?
girl. Okay. How old are you?
31.
31. What you do for a living?
I work for the state of North Carolina.
North Carolina. You work for the state of North. That's a broad job.
I work for North Carolina DHHS,
I don't know what that is.
Oh, good for you.
Oh,
Department of
okay,
Health
we'll
and
leave it at
Human
I
that.
heard there's some
Services.
good stuff going on
What's
out
your
there in North
zodiac
Carolina.
sign?
A Cancer.
You have any kids?
One. A little
How old's
girl.
your How old's your daughter?
3. 3.
3. Why you not with the dad?
Traumatic pregnancy and a non-active parent.
Okay, I'm gonna leave it at that. That sounds deep. We got Monique, North Carolina.
No, let's discuss it. Traumatic pregnancy. I'm gonna just take a couple swings at what you could be talking about. Not gonna waste too much time on whatever it is you're talking about. I'm guessing you're saying traumatic pregnancy, like he put you through things during the pregnancy, like there were things that he were doing that were stressing you out during the time that you were pregnant with his child. That's self-inflicted pain. You're not a victim. You weren't preyed on. Just you women are having children with men who you know are trouble, and then you're crying victim after the baby gets here. There wasn't anything that you saw in the process of getting to know this guy that would have showed you that he would have like stressed you out and caused you problems during the pregnancy. And it's still to be determined if those are even real problems. But I'm just saying, because you probably could say problems are, oh, he was like dealing with other women or whatever, blah blah blah, and that's stressing me out because why are you cheating on me while I'm pregnant? Those aren't real problems, and like you know, not like he's trying to indirectly delete the baby problems. You women are like dating thugs and criminals, and then you're like acting like you're victims. It's hard to stomach, and it's creating a narrative that like about black fathers that isn't true.
Carolina, 31, Cancer, works for the state of North Carolina. Mom to one child. Have you ever been married?
No.
No. All right. All right, girl, let's get to it. What kind of man you looking for, girl?
A honest man, a respectful man, God-fearing. Um, he don't have to live in North Carolina because I do like to travel, but um, definitely got to be God-fearing. Got to have the same stuff that I got. Like you got to have a house, you got to have a car, you got to have the means. There ain't like a certain amount of money or nothing like that you got to make, but you got to be able to take care of yourself.
There is a certain amount of money that you have to make. This is not a safe answer. All you women keep saying this, but it's not a safe answer. And also, it doesn't matter that you have your own stuff. You're supposed to have your own stuff. You're an adult. That's not the way you bring value into the dating market anyway as a woman. So you can't like match that with his because he can use that as dating market value. He can use his what he's acquired and built up as an adult as leverage for like reasons for women to want to pursue him. Men, we're never going to pursue you for how good of an adult you are. So you haven't even necessarily presented real value. You got a lot of bravado, but you haven't even presented any real value just yet.
Okay. What are the deal breakers?
2 kids is max. I don't want nobody with more than 2 kids. I prefer somebody like not younger than me, like at least in your 30s. Um, and lying and stuff like that. I don't like none of that. If you're
Okay.
disrespectful, all that stuff, those are deal breakers for me.
Should he look a certain way?
No, not really. I don't
Okay.
want nobody bigger than me though. So, you know,
Okay.
that's all.
Should he make
How fucking dare you? How dare you? You haven't even. It matters more that you're fit than him. Remember what I just said? He can use his financial status, his influence amongst other men, productivity level, net worth in general. He can use those things as his dating market value, and he doesn't even have to be beautiful, right? But a woman, since she can't use those things, she actually needs to be fit. She actually needs to look the part. She needs to be attractive. There's more of a urgency on her need to be attractive than it'll ever be on the guy. You see? So you don't get to say, "Oh, he can't be bigger than me," and you're already fucking like fat. Buddies.
That's a big bitch.
The nerve of you. The nerve of you to try to ask for what you are, and you're failing him in that area, but you don't want to be failed in that area. This is amazing.
a certain amount of money?
No.
No.
Of course, Kendra, you don't offer no pushback. You ain't shit.
As long as he can take care of himself.
All right, let's do the Kendra
Mm-hmm.
Cam.
Yeah, let's see. Yeah, let's see what he
He
can be
would want
bigger
to
than.
do a
Let's,
Kendrick can with me while I'm in t-shirt and sweatpants.
you
Girl,
just talked about how a guy can't be bigger than you and whatever, and put a very strong emphasis on a man's physical being in line, and now you're acting nervous to stand. No, stand your big ass up.
I'm only doing that Kendra Cam with you because you called me. And I'm quite sure you know about the Kendra Cam. So when you say I
I
would
do.
want to do a Kendra Cam, I do a Kendra Cam with everybody.
I was just watching you and do a Kendrick can with them other people.
Who I didn't do a Kendra Cam with?
Shame on you. Shame on everybody else who comes on the Kendra show and do this. I don't even fucking like Kendra. But when this happens to her, this just triggers me because it just reminds me why we'll never be able to have successful black businesses. Because when we see black people doing something to try to build something up, we think that the rules don't apply to us. We think that we can show up late. We have when it comes to hair salons and barbers, we have all these niggas don't show up on time fees. Like you have to like book your shit like way in advance. You have to, if you don't show up on time, you got to pay $100. These are all black people just not respecting black people business rules. That's all it is. We don't respect each other's businesses. We know that if we make an appointment with a white company or a mainstream company or a company that's like well known out here, we know that we need to be on time or nothing gonna happen for us. Now when we're dealing with black people, we show up to things that are set up by black people and we're just like, yeah, you really gonna make me like be legit here? Because come on, look, we're my sister. It's like no, that we're not nothing. You women can't even listen to Kendra G on her own show trying to help you find a man. What in the hell make you think a man is gonna think that you'll listen to him?
Hold on.
Who
Let me
I
set my
didn't do a
family.
Kendra Cam with? I just did it.
Unbelievable.
The last guy I just said he had a dad outfit on. The girl before
The
that
two
was
ladies.
53.
The two ladies.
What two ladies? The lady was 53, got a Kendra Cam. Joanna had
There
a
you go.
Kendra Cam. Marcella
You see
had a
me?
You
Kendra
get your big
Cam.
fat ass on somewhere then. I don't deal with
Did
you
you see
big
me?
sassy ass broads.
Girl, I guess so. You done made, you done gave everybody a Kendra Cam. You talking about, you just over here lying on me? Everybody done got a Kendra
I didn't
Cam.
see it. I was watching, but I didn't see it. My bad. My bad. I could have just missed it.
Ooh, trash. All right, when was your last relationship?
7 years ago.
Okay.
But I want to read the super chats because sometimes they lose relevance if I wait too long. We haven't had a cash app yet, so we're moving on to super chats. Squeegee Kids says Kendra hairline is further back than the Minnesota Vikings in the NFC North. Her hairline's not that. Kendra's got other problems in her hairline. I'm not going to attack Kendra's hairline. She's got worse issues than that. I've already been very open. Kendra G's looks really aren't a problem. She'll never be an ugly woman any day of the week, even with all the stupid looking wig and 5 layers of makeup. Whether you guys get mad at Kendra or not, she's not a bad looking woman. She's on the good part of average. She might not know she's average, but she is. She's average looking. She might say, "Well, I don't earn average money." Well, that makes you an above average adult when it comes to your dating market value. You're average. You're average. There are plenty of people, plenty of women who look like you walking around in society every day. Plenty. And a radio job don't change your value. Sorry. A lot of women think like, oh, I did this, I went to school, whatever. So it doesn't change how men look at you. So say that to the 700-pound woman who's got a PhD.
Three flaws you don't have you don't have to answer. But I'm gonna ask, when's the last time you was intimate with somebody?
June of last year.
June of last year. 3 flaws you have to work on.
I disconnect pretty quick. Like if I sense BS, I'll just dip out.
Oh my God. Oh my God. Are you women really gonna do this every single time Kendra G asks you guys what your 3 flaws are? Really? Every single time? It's starting to just get funny. And the funny thing is black women, you're always saying, I don't want a liar. I don't want a narcissist. But you women can't even find flaw in yourself, and that's a very narcissistic characteristic trait, excuse me. And I'm starting to think that you women are just simply projecting on the black men what you already are. You can't even find flaw in yourself. Somebody asks you, where do you need to improve in your life? And you say, you want to know where I need to improve? I need to stop cutting these niggas off the way that I do. That's not a flaw. That's basically you sending a dry threat to men. You see how hostile black women are when this is why y'all not winning, and all the other ethnicities of women are doing well in the dating market. You're hostile. You're threatening your potential men, saying, trying to send subliminals that you ain't the one. Y'all need to stop. Nobody's scared of y'all. Just cut it out. Nobody's afraid of you. You're not intimidating. You're women. You're just women who get louder and are more ready to fight than other women, but we know that you can't take us. Just cut it out. Stop acting like that. Like since this is happening every single show, I'm calling it out every single time. I don't care how redundant it gets. That when Kennedy asks y'all what's wrong with y'all, y'all go, you know what my problem is? If you play with my feelings one time, I'm just gone, and I don't even know. I cut them off so fast, Kendra, I don't even be noticing that I cut them off. It's like nobody's buying this shit. Like, stop lying.
My time management. I could be very much better with time management, not gonna lie. And I don't know. I guess I could say I feel like I could be going a little harder than I'm going currently. I mean, I do feel like I go hard, but I know I have potential to like be better than where
Okay.
I'm at.
All right.
Why do I get the feeling that you're talking about like financially better and better in like your career and in life? Not like going in the gym and getting fit for a man and improving where men care. You're probably thinking about improving as like a businesswoman.
And why would a man be lucky to be with you?
I'm real passionate. I think I'm pretty honest and a good girl for somebody to be with. You know, like I I'm a Cancer, so I'm like real nurturing, real motherly. I like cooking, cleaning. I got my own house. I got a good job, you know. So I think I'm just ready to kind of date and see what it could be. But I think we would be lucky to have each other.
Okay. You'd be lucky to have each other. Okay. Can he have kids?
Yeah, just not more than
Okay.
2.
All right, we inside the app, so click on her name, Honey's, Honey's heart. Honey's heart.
That's a big
Honey's
day.
heart. Okay, these
I want you women to like again. Let me look at this. I've been wanting to address this for some time now. For years I've been wanting to address this. Ladies, y'all always saying that y'all don't want to deal with liars and you don't want to deal with men who lie. Putting your pants over your navel when you're overweight and like acting as if men don't still see the fupa in the pants. Not only is it dishonest, it's insulting. Like, we can see the fupa, it's still very visible. I don't know why you women think that men go blind the moment that you pull your pants over your navel. And I'm here to tell you, we have 500-pound women in the black community trying to pull this trickery, and it's not fucking working. It's actually quite fucking painful to see. Y'all are right for getting on a lot of these beard extension guys and a lot of these dudes whose hair is shoe polishing and sliding off of their head or whatever. You're right to get them. Fine. I'm going to get you when you do this. This is a, and it's dishonest. We know you're fat. Stop playing with us. Like, men don't want our, one thing that men we don't want our intelligence insulted. You know what I mean? If I'm gonna get with a big girl, I'm gonna get with a big girl who wasn't playing with me in the beginning, like right off the bat, like just straight up like lying about like just presenting herself with outfits on that a woman who's in shape should have on. I'm not doing that because that means like you'll never change because you've already jumped straight to a bad bitch uniform and you're not even a bad bitch yet. Like, what the fuck? That doesn't make sense. You like, we have a huge we have a serious weight issue in the black community. Like, serious weight issue in the black community. And speaking of that,
drop the bracelet, girl. Bianca, where you calling us from?
I'm calling from Washington, D.C.
Washington, D.C. How old are you?
36.
36. You have any kids?
Yes, I have 3 kids.
How old are your 3 children?
My princess is about to be 4 December 28th. Then I have a 14-year-old and an 11-year-old.
Okay, all by the same man?
2.
2. Why you not with the 4-year-old dad?
Honestly, I'm not gonna lie. He and I started out as friends, and then when I realized he was like toxic, I was pregnant. So,
Okay.
hold on,
Okay.
what?
Y'all co-parent well?
Hold on, wait a
my
second.
princess is about to be 4 December 28th. Then I have a 14-year-old and an 11-year-old.
Okay, all by the same man?
2.
2. Why you not with the 4-year-old dad?
Honestly, I'm not gonna lie. He and I started out as friends, and then when I realized he was like toxic, I was pregnant. So,
Okay.
What? What? What is that supposed to mean? Hold on, let me get this straight. You guys were friends. So throughout the whole time you were friends with this guy, he showed you nothing that signified that he could have possibly been a toxic person to deal with. Nothing. Nothing at all. Not even a story about an old relationship, things that you were seeing him go through when you guys were friends or whatever. Nothing. You saw nothing. And then you discovered it when you got pregnant. No, ma'am. You black women keep trying to do this and y'all keep trying to get off on it. The truth of the matter is you don't care to see until you're pregnant. Let's just be real. Come on, ladies, you're being dishonest, and then you're coming in the dating market and saying you don't want to deal with liars. Let's be honest. You ladies are being dishonest, and the weave is dishonest. Pulling your pants up over your navel is dishonest. This is also dishonest because you're acting as if your baby came into this world by these random oopsie daisy ass reasons, and really, you made a choice. You made a choice to bring a man's baby to term that you probably knew didn't even want to be with you, probably. Because friends is probably as far as it went, probably, right? This is a little bit angering because there's this there's this narrative about deadbeat fathers going around in the black community. And a lot of times it's just toxic women who had babies in circumstances that they shouldn't have had them in. And then they're crying and saying, oh, he wasn't a father. No, no, no. He's a man who didn't want to have a baby with you. You don't know him. That's why when y'all see him later on down the road, y'all mad when he's loving on a baby he intended to have and don't give a shit about the accidental oopsie one he had with you.
Y'all co-parent well?
Very well. Yeah.
Oh, that's good.
Extremely well.
At least that's good. What's your zodiac sign?
I'm a Pisces.
Pisces. So we got Bianca, Washington, D.C., 36 Pisces, mom to 3 children, by 2 men.
Krabby Abby says, you're toxic. You're toxic. I'm gonna have your baby then. Exactly. Like, even after you discovered that he was toxic or whatever, after you got pregnant, you don't have to bring his baby to term. You women have so many outs in these scenarios, and y'all trying to act like a victim. You're not. Thanks for that comment. Let's go ahead and get back into the show. Oh, we actually got our first comment. We already got our first cash up of the show. Somebody coming through to support the Dollar Crew. I believe that's Hawk Thomas. Yep, that's Hawk Thomas. He says, here for the knowledge. Much love, Hawk. Thank you. He got 5 on the show. Let's spin the clip.
And what do you do for a living?
I work with DC government.
DC government. All right. I think I have it all. Bianca, 36 Pisces, Washington, D.C., works for DC government, mom of 3 children, by 2 men. Have you ever been married?
No.
No. Okay. I never married. All right, Bull, let's do it. What kind of man are you looking for?
Wow, that's a good question. Definitely looking for a man that can communicate, has his own everything, consistent and tall, I guess, respectful, and knows what he's looking for at the moment. Like, he's ready to get to know me as a person, as a friend, as a lover, and eventually settle down.
Okay.
And someone that's done with kids.
Someone that's done with kids?
Yeah.
Okay. Could he have kids already?
Yes, for sure.
Okay, he can have kids. All right.
You women have to understand how insulting it is to have had children in the wrong context and then meet a man who you now want to pay for all of those bad decisions and then say he can't even have a child now. You're 30. Oh, you are 36. I guess you are at geriatric pregnancy. But again, you must understand that this derails your dating market value. Whatever your dating market value might have originally been, it's almost cut in half now. A man gets to get you cheap.
Right. Let me see. What are your deal breakers besides a man that wants kids?
Bad communication. That's a good one. Bad communication, not knowing what they want, too many different women, not consistent, not knowing how to plan dates. I don't know. Definitely a bad father is inconsistent, not family oriented, someone that's not connected with their family, because I'm like 100% all about family. So that's the first thing that comes to my mind. I definitely need, if you have children, I definitely need you to be involved with your children, because that's a deal breaker for me for sure. Like, if you're not an active father.
I'm starting to be convinced that the only reason why you women are saying this is because you think that if you put out a strong appeal for family and so on and so forth, that we'll think that the illegitimate circumstances you had your baby in were for good reasons, and that you had all these babies by these different men because you care about family. And it's to throw the scent off the trash trail, because the truth is if you had your kids in trash circumstances, just telling men what kind of father that they're supposed to be, it's off-putting. Not like you're not even correct, but it's off-putting seeing that you've made really, really poor decisions yourself in regards to reproduction. In regards to reproduction, excuse me, and now you're making an appeal for a man to have had his situations and had his kids in the best circumstances. I'm not sure.
What the hell is even that?
I'm not sure if you've considered how that sounds. Doesn't sound good.
Okay. Should he be in DC?
Hit the like button, everybody.
No, because I like to travel. I
Okay.
would prefer him to be in the DMV area, DC, Maryland, or Virginia, but he doesn't have to be. No.
Okay.
Yes.
You say he doesn't have to be. Say it again.
I was saying I'm nervous, but I was saying no, he does not have to be in the DMV, which is
Okay.
DC, Maryland, and Virginia.
Got you. Okay. Should he look a certain way? We did that, right?
Tall. As far as dark
How
or
tall are
light
you?
skin,
You mentioned that a couple of times.
yeah, I know. I'm 5'9", and I do
Okay.
I like to wear heels.
So, just because you like to wear heels, that doesn't mean you're going to get one of the tallest men in the dating market. And you're just simply an average, everyday black woman that anybody could see and notice every day. What about you makes you be able to make an immediate appeal to very rare standards like that? And it can't just be that you want to wear a specific kind of shoe, because that's a childish and juvenile, borderline retarded way of looking at this. And I'm hearing older black women say this too. Oh, like I want to date I can only date a specific kind of man who looks good next to me wearing a specific kind of shoe. That's all we need to know about the value of our women, that y'all are willing to narrow a man down on how well you look standing next to him in a specific pair of shoes. Grow up. God damn, grow up. And all the 5'9" men who would have even thought about dealing with you and your illegitimate kids, all the all the men who are right at your range, but you look over, those men aren't gonna circle back on you when you're done, when you're all blown out, as you already are. Unbelievable.
Okay. So you want somebody taller than you. What else?
Work, have their own place, knows how to communicate. I'm not into the dark skin, light skin thing. I don't really have a preference with that. Definitely nice teeth. You have to have good hygiene. That's a deal breaker. So I need you to have good hygiene, and yeah.
Okay. Should he make a certain amount of money?
I want to say no, but then I don't want you coming to me broke.
Ugh, saw the tongue ring. Absolutely disgusting. Take that shit out. If you want men to take you serious, take that shit out. All men gonna be thinking is that you're topping guys off any chance you get. It looks like you're just you look like a headhunter. Cut it out. It's nasty, and you look nasty.
Because I'm comfortable in life, so it's just like I'm honestly just looking for my person, and I look for personality and intelligence. I'm not really looking for money, but you're not about to come to me working at McDonald's. No offense. Like that was the best way for me to explain it, but no, I
You're not gonna come to me working at McDonald's. Remember that she said that.
don't have a specific preference on how much money they should make, could make.
Y'all need to use something else besides McDonald's when y'all try to say it's not a high paying job. Because on the McDonald's, I know people that own McDonald's who are
Yeah,
millionaires.
and you know what? I was gonna say unless you own it, but I didn't want to sound like
Kendrick, you're so stupid because you know that these women are not, like, you know that when they say like work at McDonald's, of course they're not talking about the owner of McDonald's. Those are two completely different things. That's why they don't ever assume to think that, because of course a person who owns a McDonald's is not the same thing as a person who's an employee at McDonald's. But to you, hell, they might as well be two. They might as well, those two people are in the break room sharing a coffee machine. So dumbass. She corrected herself after she said Pacific. She switched her. She switched it and she did say specific. Now, and then Bianca, you gonna say with sitting up with a tongue ring in your mouth, average as the day is long, talking about, oh, I was gonna say if he owned McDonald's, Kendra. Bitch. No, you didn't. because just because Kendra said that doesn't mean that she was saying that you qualify for that. She was just saying don't downplay people who like are associated with that company is what she's saying. Not that you can get with them. Don't play with yourself.
A gold digger because money doesn't like move me. I'm more so on intelligence, conversation, and personality. Like money.
Wait, stop. You women need to stop doing that because hypergamy is expected. It's just the context and how you try to negotiate your deal is what makes you women absurd. But we expect that you want money from us. Saying that, oh, I care about your personality and your character and these other things more than money. But if the man only had those characteristic traits and $0, you wouldn't consider him a valuable man. So by those principles alone, that's not an honest statement necessarily. But I hear so many women try to say this because you're trying to make an appeal to morality. The truth is we're there under far more natural and organic and romantic circumstances. We're trying to build with you because we actually like you. We like the way you look. We like the way you smell when you come around. We like how you make our Johnson stand up. It's real. It's organic. We don't need anything from you for it to work. You see. So we're actually there on more organic circumstances where women, you guys like us, you love us, you even grow to fall in love with us. But if we don't have any money to provide for you, that kills the whole deal. If eventually we can't do anything for you, you go find somebody who can, even if you were in love originally. And that makes you more hypergamous than you'll ever be a romantic. And I get it. That might have stung to hear because you don't live in a society where you're told the truth often and when you're supposed to face hard realities. But see, men, we have to face harsh realities all the time. Welcome to the party. Welcome to what it's like to have to face your truth straight up. That's why people come to shows like this.
Money doesn't make or break me. So no, I don't
So
have like
you only date you? Would you date a manager at McDonald's?
yeah, for sure.
Oh, you said own it. Okay, so
Yeah.
okay,
I
gotcha.
guess I shouldn't have used that as a reference, to be honest.
We have women who aren't at their ideal weight with tongue rings in their mouth talking about they don't want to date employed men. When all of you overweight women in the dating market need to understand that when you're overweight in the dating market, to be overweight in the dating market is to be unemployed in the dating market, metaphorically speaking, because you don't have any dating market currency to spend. You're broker actually than the McDonald's guy because he's got money, and even his few dollars that he has, he can take those few dollars and find a fit girl to spend it with. You see, that's the difference. But when you're a big girl, you could end up dealing with a guy who don't work at all. You could be end up dealing with a guy who's fresh out of jail and you don't even know when he's gonna get a job.
No, I don't have. I just need somebody with ambition.
Okay, let's do the Kendra Cam.
Oh my gosh, I literally just joined this live and have on pajamas. Okay, 1 second. I'm asleep.
Make sure you.
Somewhere.
What do you mean?
Trying to see how to do the Kendra cam and keep my phone on the charger because it's dying.
We gotta see your legs. Oh, okay. What? Oh, okay, girl. Okay, girl. All right, we got an upside down version. We got you, girl. We got you.
Okay, you're top heavy, but you're still overweight. You're not as overweight as I thought you were, but you're still overweight. Um, I've never been so sure I'm looking at a woman who's just out there and loose, y'all. Avoid women with tongue rings. Avoid women who are overweight and demanding you to not be. Avoid it and pray you avoid it. Pray you avoid it. We got women out here not even at their physical peak and they're like, "Oh, you got to be tall. You have to be You have to be able to make six figures. Or not even six figures, but making like these strong demands for a man to be like tall in height. It's absolutely absurd. Now, me, Crimson Cure, Kevin Samuels, Shahrazad Ali, and a lot of other content creators have all come to the exact same conclusion that black women are not aging past the age of 14 years old, generally speaking. Does this happen to all black women? Absolutely not. But every now and again, a woman comes on the Kendra G show who puts into perspective just how behind black women are and how our black women can literally yield to develop as a person. And you be talking to a 50-year-old black woman, and if you close your eyes, you don't know if you're talking to a 23-year-old black woman. So this was very disturbing on so many levels. Buckle up, hit the like button. Only Cash Apps will stop the show from this point. Feature presentation. Let's go ahead and spin the clip.
Yeah, turn the light. Turn the light on right there.
We need.
Yeah.
Who's that?
Can you see me now?
Is your name Denise, honey? It's Denise, right?
It's Diane.
Oh, it's Diane. Diane, where are you calling me from?
I'm from Minnesota.
Minnesota. I had somebody else from Minnesota inside the app. Was it the app or? I think it was the app. How old are you?
50.
50. Okay. What you do for a living?
I do hair and then I do caregiving.
Caregiving. You have any
Help.
kids?
Yeah, I have 6 kids.
You really have 6 kids?
Yeah, they're all grown though.
How old are your 6 kids?
34, 32, 30, 24, 21,
God
and
damn.
23.
23. Okay. All by the same man?
No,
How many men?
3.
3 men. Have you ever been married?
No.
No. Where are you at right now? It's kind of loud.
Oh yeah. Let me turn this off. Sorry about that. Can you hear me?
Yeah, that was the TV?
Yeah.
Yeah, girl. Okay. 3 men never married, you said.
Nope.
Okay. And what's your zodiac sign?
I'm a Virgo.
Virgo. I hear a baby. Are you a grandmother too?
I am.
Okay. How old are you? How many grandkids do you have?
14.
You have 14 grandkids?
I do.
Damn.
Oh, y'all like to multiply. Y'all like
I
to
know, right?
multiply over here. 14 grandkids.
Big family.
Okay.
Yep.
Okay. So we got Diane, Minnesota, 50 is a Virgo. She does hair and is a caregiver. Mine is 6 kids. The youngest is 21. They're pretty grown. By 3 men, never married, and she has 14 grandkids.
Yep.
What kind of man you looking for, girl?
Um,
Speechless.
Someone family oriented.
No comment.
I'm looking for just honesty. Nothing really major in the beginning. Just someone that I can vibe with, get along with.
Nothing really major in the beginning, ma'am. You're 50. There is no there. Like you see, like we don't even be knowing when it's time to stop saying certain things as black people. Like I'm just trying to vibe and take my time with it. Whatever. That's That's done when you're 50. That's over with. See, you have to act like you're 50 out here. You're done with the games, remember? You're 50, you done lived. You don't have time for a vibe. See, you're speaking as if you got 20 more years to cut up. That's my theory. I always say, there's like, all the time, what's that you be saying? I be saying endless tomorrow. Black women think that they have an endless tomorrow.
I like to travel.
Okay.
And yeah, I like
Stay in the
tall,
light for me, Diane. I gotta see your face, baby.
tall,
Here
dark.
we go. You said what?
Listening to me either.
Tall,
Because
dark.
I'm a strong woman.
You want a tall, dark, handsome man?
Yeah,
Diane,
preferably.
why you moving so much, baby girl? What's going on, honey, now?
Oh, because my dogs are barking. Cause yeah, I have a puppy, so I'm
Okay.
trying to get away from the noise.
Okay, but we got to see you in the light. Okay, there you go. Can you stay right here for me?
Okay.
Okay, I need you for 10 minutes right here. Okay. So, tall, dark, handsome, what's your deal breaker?
I just don't want anyone really young, and indecisive of what they want, as far as. At the
My
door?
dog died.
What's going on?
Oh no, I have company. That's why the dogs are barking. That's all.
Okay. Who's at your house? A guy or girl?
It's a girl. I have girls.
Okay, all right. You got a lot going on, Diane.
Kendra, you got to be the most country mother. You got to be the most country person with money. I know you don't think that just because these women call into your show that gives you like rights to just be a nosy ass weird bitch. Like, I'm sick of you. I'm sick of like you thinking you can just like intrude on people's lives because you're Kendra G. Who's over there? That's none of your fucking business. Why are you like you're trying to use her personal life so that you can get a moment on your show? Don't get me wrong. I love when there's like some nigga sitting in there. That is funny, but I'm saying you're nosy. Don't be that way. Don't even let people see that. You got too much going on to be letting people see that's how you are publicly. You're already country.
Honey.
I do, and I'm so upset that I'm right now talking to you. Like, oh my God, I'm so upset with this right now.
All right, let's try to move forward. Okay, what's the deal breakers?
Like I said, I don't want anyone immature, that's dishonest, bad hygiene. Really.
Okay.
Yeah.
Should he look a certain way?
Like I said, I like dark-skinned guys, and I am, yeah, like I'm tall.
Okay.
Childish sign number 2. The whole dark skin thing. 50 years old, single in the dating market, no prospects. You think that you can afford to overlook men of a certain skin complexity? Like you just got an endless tomorrow. Like you believe that there's always going to be men available. If you think that at this stage of your life you get to narrow down your dating search like this. Your crib's loud. You don't even sound like anybody desirable to be around.
Should he make a certain
63.
amount of money?
Just leveraging nothing.
No, not really. Just a plan, at least.
A plan at
You know,
least.
so
Okay.
even if he's not.
Okay. Okay.
This is exactly why our first ranking. This is exactly why our first call-in show is going to be a ranking show. If you want to be a part of that show, email blpodcastmail@gmail.com. Because you women, it's inspired by all the. It doesn't really matter what he makes questions. It doesn't really matter what he makes. As if that's a real answer. You guys don't know how much money to ask from a man because you don't know where you rank on a scale from 1 to 10. Somebody were to ask you that, you think you get to just say what number you feel. But that's actually not how it works. There's a real objective, truthful answer about where you rank in the dating market. And that ranking determines the ceiling on how much money you can ask for from a man in the dating market. So, for example, I will rate you you're easily remove the makeup, remove your hair, just talking about facial symmetry. I would probably say that regardless of what your body has going on, your rating extends no higher than a 5 on it, no further than a 5, right? About a 5, 4 maybe even. You're a 4. So average, if you would have been a 5, that would have put you right equal with the average men. You're actually indeed a below average woman. Especially because I'm going to spoil it. We're going to get to the Kendra Cam to discover that you're overweight. That brings your rating down even more. You possibly maybe even a 3.5, considering that you're at a weight disadvantage, because we were just talking about facial symmetry that got you to your original rating of 4. And then you got the weight, which brings you down to 4. So now that we've established that you're a 3.5. Now that we've established that you're a 3.5. Now that we've established that you're a 3.5. Let's move forward. The money that you ask for is below average money. You can't even ask for the guy who makes the median. You get the guys who actually are working jobs that don't pay well. And you have to learn to be okay with it.
I'm forgetting my question, child. I'm so distracted. Let's do the Kendra Cam. That's when you stand up and we see your full body.
Okay.
So we see it. We gotta see your legs.
Let me see. Let me put my phone down.
Now, Diane, what you got on, girl? What outfit is this, girl?
Sorry.
Okay, all right. We see you, honey.
Oh my goodness.
Like Bernice.
That's a big bitch.
You get your big fat ass on somewhere then. I don't deal with you big sassy ass broads.
Ma'am, this outfit selection is mad questionable. I can't believe that this was what made you feel confident today. And you certainly slow rolls up on the so that we could see those cleavage, so that you could try to make us appeal to your boobs. Just trying to get us focused on your boobs isn't gonna make us forget the sack of laundry. Those are just boobs on top of a sack of laundry, and you know it, and shame on you. And you think you got all this time to play. You really need to be in the gym getting right. But really, you're 50, so of course you're not about to do that. So basically, you're cooked. Like I said, 3 on a 10 scale. You're a 3 on a 10 scale. You get average money, and maybe even below average money. He might have a fucking paper route. How dare some of you chicks come into the dating market talking about, I want to travel, I want this, you want amenities. I want a tall man, built like hell. You look like you look like the penguin from the first Batman. the one with George Clooney. You remember the penguin? That onesie he had on? This bitch looked like the penguin. I'm tired of this, man. And women built like this would be acting like they're settling for a man who works at McDonald's. It's bullshit. Let's continue the clip.
Diane, when was your last relationship?
About 8 months ago.
8 months. You don't have to answer, but I'm gonna ask. When's the last time you was intimate with someone?
About a month ago.
Is that guy an option?
No.
Why not?
Because he's married and separated and it's complicated, and I'm not with none of that.
Did you know he was married?
Yeah. I knew him before he got married. So now that he's separated, I kind of mess with him, but I don't know what his situation is really, honestly. So he's not someone I'm taking serious.
So what made you, okay, so you slept with him a month ago, and then what happened in the last month that made you say, maybe this isn't right?
Because he says it's over with his relationship, but I mean, I still see like the phone conversations, things like that, so of that nature. So I don't really believe what he's saying.
So you knew him before he got married. Did you like him?
hmm
Why? So what happened? How come y'all couldn't be together?
Well, obviously he was into someone else. He got married, so I mean, I can't answer that. I would have liked to date him, but he was taken, so he got taken.
So he got taken. How long he's been married for?
A year.
And he's been married for a year and separated. How did he get married and separated in a year?
I have no idea.
Girl, you know that girl. You sleeping with a married man, not a not a separated man. This is a married man. Do they not like he just moved out or something?
Yeah, they're not together anymore.
So when did he move out in this
Hold
year
on, I missed
of
the
the
beginning of
and
the story.
separated? How did he get married and separated?
I would like to date him, but he was taken, so he got taken.
So he got taken. How long he's been?
Hold on, wait a second. Before she starts that story, we have a show sponsor. Anthony Wright. Excuse me. He dropped 35 on the show just for the collection, bro. Much love. That is good enough to take the sponsor spot. That puts us in total at 40. All right, y'all. Don't let me take my little coffee money home and be able to get a day off. Y'all help Mr. Wright out. Much love, Mr. Wright. Let's get you up on the board. You're starting to climb up the ladder, and you're a few sponsorships away from moving the McQueen family out of number 4, Mr. Wright. Anthony Wright. Okay.
Married for
A year.
and he's been married for a year and separated. How did he get married and separated in a year?
I have no idea.
Girl, you know that girl. You sleeping with a married man, not a separated man. This is a married man. Do they not like he just moved out or something?
Yeah, they're not together anymore.
So when did he move out in this year of them being married?
They've been separated probably maybe the last 3 months.
And how long y'all? And were y'all talking all throughout his marriage?
Periodically, just on Facebook, stuff like that. Nothing like meeting up with him or anything.
When was the first time y'all met up?
It was maybe like just as a date, maybe a month after he separated.
So 2 months ago.
Pretty much. I know. We're still friends though, but
What?
it's nothing that I want to pursue.
So you could go to okay. You said you're friends?
Yeah, I'm still friends with him, but
So you could go to dinner with him and his wife and you wouldn't feel no
oh,
way?
absolutely not.
Okay, then y'all not friends. I don't know. Listen, ladies,
Yeah, like, why do you women always say that in metaphor as if that means something, regardless of how the situation is? You're like, we're still friends. It's like, could you guys even meet up and have a coffee peacefully? Well, no. That means you're not friends. If he can't be around you and he's not technically in the wrong, then you aren't friends, you see. And you guys were never friends. You guys were always just people who were kind of like doing something you weren't supposed to be doing, especially you, in a sense. He might have had that arrangement set up where he can have options. I don't know what he got going on. But you knew you were dealing with a married man. You kept doing it. And this is why I always say this too. You women are always talking about you don't deal with cheaters, so on and so forth. You women, men are discovering day by day, year by year, you women respect relationships and marriages far less than men. Far less than men. And here's just a short example. When a woman is dealing with a guy who's married, she actually wants to take the life that man is providing to that other woman. She wants to take it away from the woman and the children or whatever. She wants those kids out and on the street, and she wants to be in that position. When a guy is dealing with a married woman, he wants her ass to stay married. He does not want the responsibility of her. He just wants the draws. He's not trying to replace his woman necessarily. He just wants some more ass. that makes any sense.
This is the friend test because a lot of women say this, but this is what's gonna let you know if you can really be friends with a guy. If you slept with a guy, and if you cannot go to dinner with him and his new wife or his new girlfriend, then he's not your friend.
I don't think she would have liked that. As
But
far as I'm
it's not even
concerned,
about her. But your reaction is
She goes, I don't think she would have liked that. That's kind of the point. That's the point. She wouldn't. Do you understand like where Kendra is going with this? You'll never be able to be friends with this guy in any dimension ever, no day of the week ever, is what she's trying to say. Because of how far you've gone with him, the fact that, I don't know, you bumped uglies. People be like, let's just be friends. The best song that I ever heard, well, not the best song that I ever heard, but one of the most important like messages that had the mantra through urban music for a little while was Trey Songz is like I wish we never did it. We can't be friends. I wish we never did it. You know what I'm saying? That's how I do that's my Trey Songz tremble. When he's singing, he trembles with his shit, and that's the best I got. But basically, all in all, in the song, he's saying we can't be friends. We done already went too far. I wish we didn't go as far as we went because now we couldn't be friends even if we wanted to. That's true just in life in general. Once there's boundaries you can take with a person, and once you cross those boundaries, there's no acting as if you didn't. And this is also a sign, again, of arrested development. This is how little girls process. This is more becoming of a young woman still developing in life. This is more becoming of a woman who's still young and figuring things out. This is a 50-year-old woman talking this shit in the black community. And when I say that our women are suffering from arrested development, I'm a bad guy. I'm concerned. I say it from pure concern.
the normal reaction. I would hope that was your reaction. So you feel away.
Techo G says she not ugly, she just cooked. Yeah, and truth is, I didn't say she's ugly. I said she's average.
Too, as you should.
yeah.
Thanks, Techo G.
So this is not your friend. So don't lie to yourself about how your feelings are for this person.
He dropped 3 on the
I think
show.
women do that a lot. Like, oh, we're just friends. If you could go to dinner with him and his new wife or his wife and his girlfriend and you don't feel no way, then okay, that's your friend. Then that's fair. But if you cannot be with him while he's with another girl and be okay with it, that is not your friend.
Oh no. Yeah, I understand what you're saying now, but yeah, I would I wouldn't have any feelings as far as because like I accepted his marriage and everything was still cool with him. So it's not that I have certain feelings like underlining feelings. If he, I mean, all the merrier. So
Proud side chick at 50. Proud side chick at 50. She was like, "Oh, I mean, I would have been cool with it because I was already cool with their marriage. I already knew that they was married, and I was already cool with it." Guys, they don't want cheaters, but if they get an opportunity to deal with the right married man, they're gonna take it. But they don't want to deal with cheaters, though. I promise you, most of the stuff that black women are saying in the dating market, it's projection. They don't want narcissists. They're narcissistic women.
it's not that. It's just that I don't think that. I don't know. After we did what we did, maybe you're right. So let me
No, she
maybe
is
you're
right.
Did you
right.
go to their wedding?
Oh no.
Oh, okay.
Oh no. I ain't that disrespectful.
Does his wife know who you are?
Kind of now that they're not together. Yeah.
So before that, she didn't know who you was.
No.
So you leaving him alone now?
Yeah. It's nothing. I mean, what we doing? It's like it's nothing gonna come of it. Like, I don't think so.
Well, I'm happy you came to that realization.
Yeah.
I
I'm
think
50 now.
I think separation is a sticky scenario. I do know there's people that have been on my show and they've been separated for years. And I know people who legitimately been separated and it was about a money dynamic. So they would be like 5 years fighting over assets, but they were really separated. I think, personally, I think if you listen, catch me when you handle your business. Because whatever the situation is, you got to handle something. So hit me when you handle your business. But if I were to make an exception, if I think if anybody was to make an exception, a year is way too, that is way
I
too.
know. I can't even see it. That's why I'm
And
not.
actually, no, he's not been separated for a year. He's been separated for 3 months.
What does that tell you?
What does
And
that
that's
tell you, Diane? Not me. I knew it at the
No,
door.
really does.
Well, I'm not the one
For
that got
real.
married. I feel like if I got married, I would be married for life. I want to be married for life. I don't want to.
But you should also be, and I feel you, but you should also be the one that wouldn't want to date a man who is married, right? Like it's, this is why I always say the law of attraction. So we always have to be conscious because whoever we're dealing with, there's a reflection of us. So you're not the one that got married, but you should have a standard of, I don't want to date a man who is married.
That's why I came to the realization of where I'm at now. Like I'm not gonna be available to him. I'm not gonna,
Okay.
do myself like that. So even though they're not divorced yet, that's where I'm like no more.
All right, fair enough, fair enough. All right, 3 flaws you have to work on.
Consistency, following through, and just maybe being more organized.
Okay, being more organized.
As you can
Okay.
tell.
Say again?
As you can tell, talking to you just a short moment, and a lot was going on. Like, yeah.
There's a lot what's going on. Why would a guy be lucky to be with you?
Because I have a good heart and I'm driven. Um, I mean, I cook, I clean. I think I'm an all-around package. Just sky's the limit over here. I mean, I'm positive.
All around package. No, ma'am. Absolutely not. You can't call yourself an all around package. You're old, you don't even offer a baby. So that's demerit. You're overweight. So that automatically basically puts you in last place in regards to where you rank amongst women. Overweight women, y'all can never call yourself the full package ever. You're just a full package. Literally, you don't have everything to offer. The main thing that men care about, you don't even have to offer.
I like to, I like to speak life into my man, and I would like the same, so we can be the best that we can be together.
So do you want a guy that has kids already?
It doesn't matter.
Should he be in Minnesota?
It doesn't have to.
And what's the age range? You're 50.
That's a good question. Maybe 35 to 56, 57.
Okay. All right, so we got Diane.
35, ma'am, you have a son that's 34. Are you out? Like, ma'am, you have a son that's 34 years old. You said you really want to date a man that's 35, that they're in the same. He's shaking up with his dad, with his potential stepfather, who's 1 year older than him. He has to go to bed at night knowing that his mom's getting plowed by somebody who's his same age, basically. Man, you don't consider anything or anything. It's just is all still reflective of just an immature, undeveloped woman as far as I'm concerned. I don't know about you guys. All I'm seeing is signs of just someone who's undeveloped.
And Minnesota, 50 Virgo, does hair, also a caregiver, mom to 6 kids, by 3 minutes. You ever consider getting, like, settling down with one of your children's dads?
No.
None of them?
No, the last 3 is by the same father, and no.
Okay.
The older ones, that's yesterday.
Okay. Got you. All right. Are you inside the Kendra G Singles dating app?
No.
Okay. So you got to download the dating app. That's the only contact information you could share. We have something called usernames where people can search you by your username. You want to make your username Denise Diane, since that's what we see right here?
Yeah.
So make that your username. They'll ask you for your name, and then it'll say username. Make it Denise Diane Denise Diane, excuse me. And the guy that is interested will search you by your username.
Sounds good.
Okay. All right, baby girl, keep me posted how it goes, honey.
Thank you. I love
Bye,
you.
sweetheart. Bye.
I'm not arguing with anybody else about black women suffering from arrested development anymore. I don't know I don't know how many examples we have to bring forth that like our women something's happening where like our women are halted to like they stop growing after a certain they stop maturing in their way of thinking. That's why and this has a lot to do with why black women are doing worse than everyone else in the dating market. Their results are not as promising as the other women in the dating market. Something's going on. They're not growing up. Did y'all see those disgusting, nasty, hideous lashes hanging off of her face? Absolutely disgusting work. You could tell she's so far from even knowing. Which means she's probably in company with two or three spades playing, cigarette sucking, older hyenas who in the same boat as her. That's why she doesn't even know she fucked up. Who gonna check her? This is as far as it gets. Where black women, you guys love having this attitude in the dating market. Nobody can correct me. Nobody can tell me anything. If you're not paying my bills, you can't tell me anything. I'm grown. I'm independent. If I buy my, I want you, but I don't need you, and all this other shit. And all it leads to is this. This is as bad as it gets. This is the worst case scenario. You women try to lean on these really, really bad ideas. Talking about something don't matter how much he make. It does matter how much he makes. Y'all women just don't know how much to ask for. You're out here just lost in the wilderness. Good show though. Hope you guys enjoyed it. I enjoyed coming out and performing and doing my thing, spending an hour with the people. Excited to open the call lines up after the new year and for us to change the pace up a little bit. Thank you for coming out and supporting and having a good evening with me. On your way out of the room, hit the like button and so on and so forth. We'll be back again very, very soon with another live stream. Take care.